All right. So I think Johnny had mentioned that maybe we can do one more division. I'm down with that. Craig, Everett, are you
Yeah,
okay with that?
I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
Right, so let me see what we've got here. Right, I can see that I can see one team that I think's going to struggle right off the bat.
All right. So this
Those
is Mull
Laxdale
Head
Legends,
Division 4. All
those
right.
Laxdale Laxdale Legends have got three quarterbacks. They've only got four running backs, of which, most are injury prone. Chubba Hubbart's going to get nothing once Brooks gets back fit. That worries me ever so slightly. Three quarterbacks taking up space on your bench. I love getting Dantani Van Wicks the second to last round. That's a good pick down there. But then Quinton John, yeah, I think that's one that jumps out at me as that's going to struggle a little bit. I think.
This team, this division is woo. So the Gold Rush. It looks good until you realize they only have two running backs. I think.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Gary. Gary's got a thing about not having running backs, I believe. But yeah, it worries you the running back position there as well, doesn't it?
And of course, his first draft pick is a running back. That I mean,
I mean,
players like Bijan, I always worry about their injury status. But if Bijan gets hurt, his running back core is going to be wow. But I like a lot of his other picks there. I don't mind taking a chance on Caleb, but I think that might be a little early when wow.
Man,
Everett,
there's another team, like as far as the lack of running back depth, the Yorkshire Los Muertos. Jonathan Brooks is 50-50, so he really only has Travis Etienne and James Cook.
yeah, Brooks is supposed
oh
to
Um
be out
yeah,
for most of the first half of the season. So
yeah.
I
And
mean,
yeah, I like his receivers. I like the quarterbacks. I'm just worried at his running back slots.
I'm looking to see
yeah,
who's hoarded the running backs in this division because that's a couple I've looked at now and are very short at running back. I don't see any teams that have actually hoarded them per se,
yeah,
which
even
is
the
surprising.
Chargers
I do.
here. Wow.
Yeah, I was just going to say the Chargers there, Port, good call because I think they've done great there. And see that Justin Fields in the last round. I mean, if he gets in, his legs are a cheat code in fantasy. If he gets his shot, Justin Fields could end up being, see, for the last kind of 8 games of the season, and let's face it, that's when we're hitting playoff time. That's when you really want to be coming good. Justin Fields
Hmm.
could be like a kind of top five quarterback. There is a way to that happening, for that period. So I think picking him up in the last round and just parking him, that's how you pick up a second quarterback.
Wow, there's not a single team in this division that really has strong running back depth. I've never seen
No,
something like this before.
I agree
Quite
with you
interesting.
completely.
And hey, Parsons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th round. Hey, he's not the
Yeah.
fourth round like me though. I love it. All right, well, this is a really interesting. I keep looking at these teams, and as soon as I think I like one, and then I see that that they lack depth, or they have guys that are injury prone, or I tell you, Everett, do you have a favorite here at all?
Well, I have two. Of course, I like Pez's team. That but I'm gonna stick with my original pick because I'm not gonna be biased, even though already I like Pez's. Pez did great in this draft,
Mm.
but I really like the Aberdeen Ducks as well. Aberdeen Bucks, excuse me. I like what they did over there too.
All
Jonathan
right. Yeah.
Taylor, James Conner, and Brian Robinson. I mean, he got three RB1s to me, and then he got some solid wide receivers there.
Yeah.
I do
Question
like
mark in the
Pez's team.
receiver sales for me.
Well, I'm going to go for it. I had the fourth pick the last two divisions. I'm going to take the first one here. I am actually going to go with our co-host, Dr. Pez. I will go with the Preston Hawks. Craig, I will let you have the second choice this round. Who do you take? Who are you taking?
Yeah, I'm looking and I'm looking and as you say, there's none that are completely jumping out at me here. Is
Yeah.
fantastic. I like what Yorkshire Los Metos has done in the sense that you've got Etienne and Cook and Brooks. Second half of the season when you're looking at that's when championships are won and lost. You don't win championships in the first 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. You win them in the last 8 weeks. So
Mm.
I'm going to go Yorkshire here. I'm going to go to Yorkshire Los Mertos. I went Edinburgh Thunderbirds last week. I did. Let me just check. Mike Williams, Adam Thielen. I
Everett?
love the starting lineup
Right.
for Edinburgh Thunderbirds. I really do, but I worry about the depth of it. So yeah, I'm switching. I'm going Yorkshire Los Mertos. Sorry, Johnny.
Everett, you want to give a shout out to Batch, our good mate and uh, good contributor? Who do you got here?
Um, yeah, I'm gonna stick with my pick and go with the Aberdeen Bucks. I mean, JT, Josh Allen, Adams, Evans. Got two strong IDPs there. And then Connor, Johnson, Robinson, Goddard. Yeah, I like what we got. I like what we got over there.
I do like Jonathan Taylor. I did read an interesting stat the other day. Uh, a running back has never finished as a top 10 running back if the starting quarterback averages more than 10 points rushing per week, such as running backs on Lamar Jackson's team. No running back for the uh, Ravens have ever finished in the top 10, or even with
Yeah,
15 points per average. 15 points
But they,
per average, right?
but they haven't had a running back, a healthy running back, since Lamar Jackson's been there.
Well, I mean,
you know, I,
there's other late teams like Michael Vick when he was there.
Oh yeah, yeah,
In
yeah.
the history, no running back has averaged more than 15 points when the starting quarterback averages 10 points rushing per game. So that's something to
Oh,
think about. If Fields gets the starting nod in Pittsburgh, what does that do with Najee and Jalen? I'm quite worried about that.
hold
Uh,
up. So I'm gonna need. So James Cook didn't score more than 15 when Josh Allen had 10 rushing points last year.
not
not
per game
15
even. Oh,
points on
not
average.
not per
So that
game.
means they need to have the starting quarterback has to average 10 points per game rushing,
On the
right?
season,
On the
like season
season.
long. Okay, I got you, got you,
The
got you,
running back does not get 15 points on average. So players
got you.
like
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor with Richardson,
I got
Gotti,
you. Yeah, yeah.
the
Okay, I
Ravens.
see.
I mean, Brian Robinson at the Commanders as well with Daniels
Jaden
there.
Daniels.
Right.
Yeah.
It
So
definitely deters from these facts. But do you know what I think is? I still think Jonathan Taylor's going to get his carries in Indianapolis. I don't think it's going to take. It'll obviously take, but it'll also help keep him fit as well. They'll and keep him fresh air. So it doesn't worry me with Jonathan Taylor as much as it does with kind of others. It actually worries me more with Derrick Henry. But what worries me more about Derrick Henry is the fact that he's been at the same team his whole entire career, and he's just for the first time changed teams, new offense, new lineup, and he's aging now, and it's kind of when you look at running backs who have done that in the past, being at one team for most of their career and then they switch it up at the end, they never tend to be as productive. I'm looking at, Le'Veon Bell. I'm kind of looking at those types of guys, when they move to the second team, the production drops off, and that worries me about Henry this year. It worries me about Josh Jacobs this year. It worries me about Aaron Jones this year. Just that switch. It worries me about Saquon Barkley this year, I have to say as well. And I'm not cold on these guys. It's a nagging thing that I've got in the back of my head that makes me kind of pick up Kenneth Walker over Derrick Henry. That makes me pick up Taylor over Barkley, Williams over Barkley.
Well,
Just the
So
fact that they're in new teams.
I'm
I'm
banking
gonna.
on Taylor returning to his 2 years ago form.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
made a point of going out and getting as many Jonathan Taylor options as I could, and I have a lot of Jonathan Taylor this year. So I'm
I've got a
hoping
lot of I've got a whole lot of Kyler Murray this year. Kyler Murray is very definitely my guy this year. It's I am targeting him in every single draft that I can. And if you don't take him early, I'm going to take him early. I'm actively reaching for Kyler Murray to get him in this year. And the reason being that for multiple seasons, Kyler Murray has shown us how good a fantasy quarterback he is, how good a quarterback he is. And he's a sneaky runner. He does as many yards on the ground as anyone outside of kind of Lamar Jackson, maybe Anthony Richardson. He does a lot of yards on the ground as well. And he's now got some targets. The O line should be better. And he's now got some targets. I can't see Murray not having a massive year this year, provided he stays fit.